Hey guys, it's Ruth. Today we're going to do well, I like to call it the Three Sister Oil. It's a growth oil, helps stimulate your hair. Not that I am wanting my hair to grow or anything like that, but for the summer, I always try to do infused oils more so than butters or salves. I have a peppermint pomade that I do, or hair grease, but I more so in the summer like to do something that's a little bit lighter, because I don't know if you guys have ever been through this. If you put coconut oil, which is excellent for the hair in the summertime, sometimes if it gets real hot, that stuff will drip all over your clothes, and it's quite the nightmare. But I'm going to list the properties of the oil, and I like to call it the Three Sister Oils because for me, these are the three oils of choice. I should say my oils of choice for hair growth. Rosemary, sage, and mint. You can either use peppermint or spearmint. I kind of use a little bit of both, but real good for stimulating hair growth. Real good, the sage and rosemary actually for helping if you have darker hair to hopefully keep it a little bit darker. One of the things about the sage though, it is an estrogen rich herb. It's a good woman's herb. If you're going through menopause, look up sage. That's one to not sleep on. But as far as all the herbs, any of the things that I use, I always recommend that you do your research for them. Like the rosemary, they say if you are epileptic or have any problems with seizures, not to use it. But you have to do your research and kind of look up some of the properties that you should or should not take with certain drugs. But as far as hair growth, it helps stimulate the scalp real well. And I know I'll get the comment, oh, well, rosemary will make your blood pressure go up. But I don't think putting a teaspoon of rosemary oil, or actually I should say infused rosemary, peppermint, sage oil on your scalp, it's going to give you a hypertensive stroke. But, you know, I eat rosemary, sage, and peppermint in quite a few of my foods. Even when I was pregnant, had no problems. One of the also things for sage, let me also say this before we get started. One of the things that it says is if you're pregnant, not to use sage. Now, I don't know about at your house, but when I was pregnant, I have 2 sons, tons of sage and chicken, fish, dressing, things like that, had absolutely no problems. But before we start on the oil, we're going to pan down. Hello, cameraman. And I'm going to show you the Dandelion tonic. This is the tonic. After 2 weeks, I put it in the refrigerator, and I'll keep it in there the duration of time. As you can see, the jar is not totally full anymore because I've been dipping out of it, actually drinking out of it, not out of the jug itself. Now, if you want to strain this, you can strain it so that you're not getting the clumps or the chunks or whatever you want to call it. But for me, I usually get a tablespoon or 2 in the morning and a tablespoon or 2 at night before I go to bed. And I've been trying to force this in the cameraman, but he has not wanted to do it. I gave my sons a bit, and they were just like, what the heck is this? It goes down better with honey, but actually you need the stimulation of the, whoo, it's bitter too. Woo! It's not that bad. You need the stimulation of it in your mouth, starting the digestive juices and things like that. I hope I don't have any slobber. Okay. We've talked about that. We all know about the Dandelion tonic. We're going to get on to the Three Sisters hair growth oil. Got our jar. The reason I have it on this glass plate is because it's hot. I put it in the oven for maybe about 10 or 15 minutes just to heat it up a bit and to sterilize it and to clean any germs whatsoever. The herbs that we're going to use are going to be peppermint, we're going to use sage, and we're going to use rosemary. 3 of the best herbs in my opinion for hair growth. I'm also going to do a little spearmint only because it's in the mint family and I love the smell of it. I'm going to use sunflower oil. Yeah, I think I got the name of it covered up. But anyway, get your jar. Let's see if that's still too hot. No, it's not. I want to make sure I don't overheat my canning funnel and melt it. This is not a measurement. We're going to put 2 tablespoons of the peppermint, 2 tablespoons of the rosemary. Actually, we need to put a little bit more rosemary than that, because that wasn't good measuring. That was about 2 tablespoons. We'll say it was. We're also going to put 2 heaping tablespoons of the sage. Oh man, that smells so good. All of them smell so good. And I'm going to put some spearmint in there. Only because that's what I like. These things are absolutely excellent. Alright, we're going to get some oil. Let's see here. Sunflower oil. This is an 8-ounce jar. Let me get mine. There it is. We're going to try not to spill this. I heated the oil slightly, and I'm going to put it in the hot jar, but not enough that the oil is way too hot. You see that? I've overheated the oil, so therefore, we're going to still pour it in there though. Don't follow my example, ladies and gents. The oil should not be that hot. It should be a whole lot cooler than that. But when you do it in a slow cooker, or if you do it in the oven, it gets pretty hot. I'm not so much trying to fry the oils, I'm trying to heat the oil so that there's no chance, I don't think there's any chance that any microbes are going to live through that, because they're probably boiled to their death. Oh man, that smells so good. That smells like a baked fish or some type of dish like that. And be really careful. Don't follow my example. While I was waiting on this to heat up, because the jar is hot also, I think I overheated it. But still, I'm going to use it. I don't think that's going to destroy the properties too much. When I made it last time, I put it in, the oil was not this hot, and I let it set for 4 weeks. But because summer is approaching and I have run out of this, I've got to get this stock going as quickly as possible. I have not had a lot of sunny days at my house lately, and I can't sit it out on the porch in the sunshine. So, oh man, I feel like I could just swallow that. But as a recap, we put peppermint leaves, we put sage, we put spearmint only because I want it to, and rosemary. But balances your pH balance of the scalp, stimulates hair growth, helps to darken the hair, and just is really something nice and light on the scalp too. I'm going to list some of the properties of the different herbs, but like I said, do not follow my example. Don't overheat the oil. I did not realize that my sauce cup would get that hot that quick, but a few seconds and there it was. But we will cap this, and I'll hopefully leave it in the cabinet, or if I have enough sunny days, I'll sit it out on the deck for about 2 to 4 weeks. It just depends, and that way I'm ready in the summer to lube it up. You can also use this on spots in the body. They said the rosemary especially is a real good painkiller, but one of the things that I read, don't put it on the face, because if you have any mustache issues, you don't really want to increase growth to that mustache. But bye guys, I hope you like it. I'll talk to you soon.